What's up, guys? This is Detail Devils here, and we are back in Halo the Master Chief Collection. Gonna go ahead and plug right along and just keep going.
Transmission from the captain's dropship was from this area. That was over 12 hours ago. When you locate Captain Keyes, radio in, and I'll come pick you up.
Alright, guys, so here we are in one of the most infamous missions in the first Halo game, 343 Guilty Spark. I've played this mission quite a few times. I actually really like this mission. I like the structure, and I like the kind of mystique surrounding it. And you can see sentinels in the distance and things running in the background, things showing up on your radar even though they're not actually there. It's one of the reasons I like this mission so much, is it's so intense if you haven't played it before. And even after you have played it, there's like, you can see the first flood form right there, which you can actually kill and run up to it, but it runs away again after you kill it. How bizarre is that? And seeing the human bullets shooting out of the bunker over here, and then you finally do go back in, nothing's here. Again, it's such a cool effect, and I oddly enough, I actually don't mind the flood missions as much as some other people do. Sure, I don't particularly like the Index. I don't particularly like Quarantine Zone or Cortana. Nobody likes Cortana. That mission is... The design of the mission is great. Everything that the mission represents is awesome. But at the same time, it's such a... There's so much to do in it. And unfortunately, the reason I like this mission is because it's not just a flood mission, as you can see. You're fighting the Covenant along with them. So any mission where you're fighting more than one group of enemies, I always find is really good. That even carries over into the kind of off Halo games like Halo Wars or Spartan Assault or those. I always like missions where you're opened up to handling it differently, or you see the AI responding to each other in a fight that you could just kind of watch and see how the game plays out. It's such a surreal experience too, because the flood is so drastically different from what we see leading up to it. Because the entire game, you're fighting, oh, this mysterious alien race that really, you have no idea where they came from. You know next to nothing about the Covenant at the point where you encounter them. And see, like, there's the sections like this, there's the green ooze falling from the ceiling. Empty Covenant patrol areas where they have weapons set up, but where's the Covenant? Yeah, the Suicidal Marine.
Stay back! You're not turning me into one of those things! I'll blow your brains out! Get away from me! The monsters are everywhere! Play dead! That's what I did! Play dead! They took the live ones.
I found it interesting that the way he managed to escape the flood was he played dead. That's such a bizarre idea because you see the flood, and the flood just kind of washes over everything. I'm surprised they weren't able to tell. It's a weird concept to me, I guess. Oh, man. I mean, this is the first time we truly got any sense of what was to come. Because it opened up more than just a war between humans and the Covenant. I mean, at this point, we still barely know what the Covenant is. It's like, oh, look, angry aliens that want to kill us. We're stopping them from finding Earth. Even at this point, we barely know what the Forerunner are. It's been mentioned, but we really don't ever get into what the Forerunner are until much, much later.
Why do we always have to listen to this old stuff, Sarge?
Watch your mouth, son. This stuff is your history. It should remind you, Grunts, what we're fighting to protect.
Hey, does the Covenant want to wipe out this particular part of my...
For those who don't know,
Right by me.
Johnson survives this because he is a augmented soldier.
I'm sure they'll be happy to.
If you're more curious about what happened to him, you can read Contact Harvest, which is a book about the beginning of the Human Covenant War, and Johnson's in it a lot.
Go!
And Halo First Strike, which bridges Halo 1 and Halo 2.
Stay close, Jenkins.
Poor Jenkins. There's a lot more to Jenkins' story, too, which I thought was very interesting. If you read Halo the Flood, which is a novelization of this game, just with some extra information.
Okay, let's move!
I find it funny. They say that the Covenant got to the Flood first, but the humans went in, and then the Covenant showed up again and barricaded it.
What's that? Plasma scoring?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was an accident, you know, friendly fire or something?
What do we have, Sergeant? Looks like a Covenant patrol. Badass elite units. All KIA.
Real pretty. Friend of yours?
Nah, we just met.
This was shown extremely well. I love the way this was shown, the first encounter with the Flood.
Right, well, let's get this door open.
I'll try, sir. But it looks like these Covenant worked pretty hard to lock it down.
Just do it, son.
Yes, sir.
Though the Covenant, or not the Covenant, the Flood is shown to be a lot more threatening than it is. Because when you first encounter infection forms, I guess the way that the infection forms win is they just have pure numbers.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Infamous last words.
Boy, you always got a bad feeling about something.
What's going on, soldier?
We've got contact. Lots of them. But they're not Covenant. They're just tearing through us. What's flown? No!
Corporal, do you copy? Over. Mendoza, get your ass back up to second squad's position and find out what the hell is going on. I don't
Poor
have
Mendoza,
time for
he
your
never
soldier.
makes it.
I gave you an
Sarge!
order.
Listen!
What is that?
Where's that coming from, Mendoza?
I don't... There! Mira!
Hold still! Hold still! Let him have it!
Sergeant, we're surrounded.
God damn it, Jenkins! Fire your weapon!
There are too many,
Don't
Sarge!
even think about it, Marine. Back here, Marine. That's an order.
Take it!
Man. Yeah, it's so creepy. Like, the first time you encounter the Flood in any game is really just kind of intense, because it sets up such a intense scene. Like, the green blood, and especially in Combat Evolved, it's like, now the door's locked, I can't get out. Here they come. The problem with the Flood is I always found the Flood infection forms to be less imposing as they probably should have been, because one bullet kills most of them. Which I guess if I was human it would be, like, if I was playing as a normal human it would be different, because all it takes is one to turn you. But with John's energy shields kind of mitigate the threat that the Flood represents, because they touch you and then they pop on you. And not to mention, the assault rifle in this game is a much needed way of handling them. Makes it very easy to get through them. Just the spray and pray nature of the assault rifle really just helps me get through this. Yeah. I absolutely love the Flood music, though. Alright, so now we get to the meat of what makes the Flood threatening, and that is their combat forms. Although I always found the Flood pure forms to be a little bit more threatening than what we eventually encountered later. Or, well, what we're encountering now. I found the Flood pure forms to be a little bit more threatening than what we're seeing right now. Mostly because they still die easily. All considering. But there are still a lot of them. And the numbers are always a problem. Yeah. This is my favorite part of this, is just seeing the fight. Now it's all about backtracking and trying to get out. Because not only were we seeing fights between the Flood and the Covenant, there was also the Suicidal Marine was out there, and... oh man. Need a shotgun. This game did a lot to kind of push forward the idea of shotgun beats zombies, because the shotgun in Halo is so incredibly good for killing the Flood. And not to mention, if you're not careful, the Flood kind of will bust through doors, and they are a threat. Like, even though I'm able to kind of kite them around, the Flood's not super intelligent. They're much more of a threat than people give them credit for, mostly because, while they haven't yet, they carry guns. And the Flood with weapons are much more threatening than in other situations. Just because sometimes they'll carry shotguns, which are a one-hit kill at a certain range. Sometimes they'll carry rocket launchers. Not fun. Oh, shotgun time. This is one of those rare situations where I dump the pistol for something else just because it's not as useful as the assault rifle to me, just because of the infection forms. I found the shotgun to be the most effective thing in the game, though. And I mean, up till this point, we actually haven't encountered a human infected yet. We've only encountered elites. Which makes me wonder just how far the Flood got before we showed up. Like, how many things did it manage to infect before we actually show up? Oh, are we not going? There we go. I always thought the Flood was very dangerous and very interesting. Uh-oh. I was not paying attention. Ah, yeah. So now we are at the bulk of it. Flood with weaponry. Far more dangerous than anything else. Especially if you're not careful. There's another human person dying. I did not plan that well. Oy. Alright, we're okay though. We're managing. At the very least, they're not able to keep up with me while I'm invisible. It's good for sneaking around and walking past everything. Although I know I'm gonna run out, like, at the most inopportune time, because that's the way Cam always works. Like, running out in the middle of a room filled with Flood. But again, they're not the fastest or smartest enemy in the series. So a lot of them can be either walked past or killed before they are able to really hurt you. Although they can get close. They can get close to doing real damage, and that's what makes the Flood a threat. I do love this mission, though. Like, it's such a cool design, these tight enclosed areas. It makes the Flood feel as threatening as they are supposed to be. Am I supposed to go in here? I think I am. Oh, did I not go the right way? I don't remember. I didn't go the right way. No wonder there were red lights there. That's where I was supposed to go. I knew I went to the wrong door. Oh god, run, 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 run. Panic immediately sets in. So, the mission after this is what a lot of people consider to be one of the worst in the game, which is the library. I actually think the library is a rather cool mission. I don't know why people don't like it that much. Maybe I guess because it's hard. I can understand why people say it is hard. It is completely understandable. It is not an easy mission. I absolutely agree. I don't think that doesn't make it fun, though. I actually think that is one of the reasons it's more fun, is because this mission I don't see as particularly hard. Where am I supposed to be going? I don't remember. I feel like I do this every single time I play through this mission. At least, like, I go through here like 2 times with no idea of where I'm going. Let's try this again. Oh, right. I always forget to activate the energy bridge. Every single time I forget to do it. And now it's just a mad rush to try to escape. And not hit the button twice! Stupid me! I did manage to beat this fast enough for the terminal to show up too. Go me.
I lost your signal when you disappeared inside the structure. What's going on down there? I'm tracking movement all over the place.
Sir, thank God you're here. We've been lost out here forever.
They're not even worth talking to because they're just going to die. So since I'm just running through and just trying to get to the swamp, my goal is just to shoot with my assault rifle, keep them at a distance. Which can be surprisingly effective. Alright, we are on our way, and everything's shooting at me. But I do know that once we do manage to get to the tower, this mission is basically over as long as I don't die in the ending stretch. I killed something with that grenade. I might actually die because I was stupid. I hope not. Oh, cool. The Sentinels decided to show up and help me before I die. Alright. This mission is basically done. As soon as... So the Sentinels have already decided to show up, but the cutscene hasn't triggered yet. I never knew how to trigger this cutscene anyway. I never knew how to make this happen. I don't know if it's dependent on killing the combat forms or what. I didn't think so. But maybe it is. No, yeah, I guess that's it.
Greetings. I am the monitor of Installation 04. I am 343 Guilty Spark.
One of the biggest
Someone has released the
pains in the ass in the Halo series.
function is to prevent it from
Friggin' Guilty Spark.
But I require your assistance. Come, this way.
For those who read the extended universe, read through the books, particularly the Forerunner saga, Guilty Spark is one of my favorite characters because of that saga. And I absolutely just love him so much. And hey, I just got an achievement for beating part-time. Go me! I think I beat it by 8 seconds. Awesome. Well, either way, we are through 343 Guilty Spark, and up next is one of the most well-known missions in Halo, the Library. So I'll see you then when we continue on to the next part. Bye, guys. I'll see you soon.